Hello, my darlings. It's ALB in Whisperland here. I hope that you're all doing well. I've been thinking of you a lot lately. It's been a really busy month for me, but I had to share something really neat and really wonderful with you. So in the past, in videos, I've been able to show you a lot of my collections. I have lots of little collections of things. Not huge walls of displays, but I have my little collections, as you know. And I've kind of always been a collector in small ways, mostly because I don't really do things by half. If I like something, I throw my whole heart into it, and I've kind of always been like that. I have something really neat to show you. When I recently visited my parents, I came across essentially a time capsule, but it was never meant to be that way. And I thought to myself, no one would enjoy this more than you guys, because you have an appreciation for special things that are linked to pieces of your heart the way that I do. And I just have to show you. So this is what I affectionately call my Harry Potter box. And you probably figured out that this video is going to feature Harry Potter in some capacity based on how I'm dressed. You know, not everybody holds on to childhood things as much as I do, but Harry Potter was something that was so special to me as a kid. It's not as much of a huge focus for me anymore, but it still has that very nostalgic, very hopeful place in my heart. And especially when I found this box, my resurgence kind of exploded in my heart. There's no other way to explain it. So what this is a box that I made when I was probably about 11. This box was never meant to be a time capsule. It was more to be a special place where I could put my collection. But what's happened with it is it's kept every piece of my collection from that age when I was about 11 to 12 to 13, all in one special place. Now I'm 27, so it's been quite a long time since I made this box and filled it with treasures. But when I found it, I was going through everything. I fell back into that time. As I pulled out every item, I remembered, like, this is for when I used to play this game. This is for when I would have friends over and we'd all play together. These were my newspaper clippings. Well, you'll see all of it as I show you my treasures and my childhood. But I just want to share with you how special this was for me to discover. It was kind of like having a memory that I could pour out into a glass full of water and dip my face in and really see myself as a child and also see myself as an adult, because I really haven't changed that much at all. And it almost made me cry a little bit. I did cry because I can see by looking at this that I was so imaginative, and I used to make up all kinds of games because I loved this universe so much. So the outside of the box, this is all Harry Potter wrapping paper. The year that I think the first movie, The Philosopher's Stone, or The Sorcerer's Stone for American friends, the first movie came out and a lot of really interesting merchandise came out. So they did Harry Potter Christmas wrapping paper, and I begged my mom to help me, and she did. This used to be, I think, maybe like a computer printer paper box, but she helped me cover it in the Christmas paper. So this way I had a Harry Potter box that was decorated with Harry Potter paper. And I think that this is so beautiful because as an adult I haven't seen this wrapping paper anywhere. It's very special. I'm going to bring you in closer so that you can see everything in detail. But to start, I want to show you 2 photos of me when I was the age that I made this. So these 2 photos that I have are pretty special. And before you say anything, I don't have pink hair in these photos because I dyed my hair pink when I was 14. Most of the people in my life say, it's so weird, I pictured you as having pink hair as a child, but I don't. I'm blonde in these photos, so don't be surprised. Okay, so this photo, I don't know if I'm 11 or 12 in it, but it's one of those 2. This photo is me sitting on my uncle's couch, and I'm reading Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban out loud. And I'm making almost a grotesque expression because I loved reading books out loud. I liked doing all the voices, especially for Hagrid and some of the other characters. I would make up really goofy voices. But I think we were at some kind of family function where my parents were, getting together with their siblings, but I don't know why I was reading Harry Potter aloud. I'm sure nobody asked me to do that. I think it must have been my idea, like, who wants to listen to me read Harry Potter? Yeah, I was that kind of kid. But I loved it. I loved Harry Potter so much. And I haven't changed one bit. I still love to read books out loud. Okay, so this next photo. When the first movie of Harry Potter came out, my local mall had a costume contest. And I, and mostly my mom, not really me at all, I had made a Hermione Granger costume because she was my absolute favorite. Again, it was mostly my mom's work, but I helped in my own ways because I loved Hermione. I loved to play games where I pretended to be Hermione. So this costume wasn't made for the costume contest. It was made because I wanted to pretend to be Hermione. But here's the photo. So in this photo, I'm very proud to say I was accepting the grand prize at my local mall for my Hermione Granger costume. It's a little hard to see, I'm sure, because it's tiny, and I was tiny. I was very little. But what it came down to was between me and a boy who was dressed as Harry, and they were trying to get the crowd to choose who was the winner by cheering. It was equal for both of us. Ultimately, what decided the final winner was Harry Potter trivia, and I answered all the questions correctly. So my prize for winning this costume contest was a giant gumball machine and I think a Harry Potter poster. And I think a $25 gift certificate to the mall. Pretty cool, right? I was so proud of myself because it wasn't just about looking like Hermione. It was about knowing all the Harry Potter facts. It's so goofy, but it's a positive memory for me of really loving and connecting to a character. And I loved Hermione so much that I wanted to be like her. So I started reading everything. I wanted to be smart like her because she knew everything, and I didn't necessarily want to be a know-it-all, but I wanted to fill my head with so much knowledge. So she was a big inspiration for me as a little girl, and I wore that costume all the time, so much. I wore it for Halloween one year. I wore it to the first premiere midnight openings for all the movies. I loved that costume. And now, as a grown-up, I have my own, but it's not Gryffindor. We have to accept what Pottermore sorts us into, I guess. Anyway, let's get into the box, which is full of goodies. The paper on this box is so cool to me. Like these kinds of illustrations, after about the second or third movie for Harry Potter, you really just stopped seeing these kinds of illustrations as their main form of product placement. It really became a lot about the face actors for the live action movies, and that's totally okay, but I really have a soft fondness for these. So in this scene, because it's Harry Potter holiday paper, there's Hedwig, there's Harry trying on his invisibility cloak, there's Ron being astounded, it says Harry Potter, and Hermione's on the corner here. Oh, you'll love this. So at some point, I must have had a bubblegum wrapper or something that had a snitch sticker on it, and I stuck it on the side of the box. It's kind of peeling, but I thought that was kind of a cute detail. So there's lots of goodies in here, and there's lots of not interesting stuff. I'll show you bits and bobs of everything. So this first thing is a Gryffindor Halloween treat bag. I'm not sure if this came with something or if we just bought this like at Zellers because I wanted it to go with my costume. I'm not sure. But I held on to it. It has a big hole in it here and it's very wrinkly. I definitely used this. Like I trick-or-treated with this for sure. But it must have been really important to me because I held on to it. Okay, so this was a printout from MuggleNet, and it was a list of all the different like spells that you could do. This was printed out in 2003 in November 16th to be specific, and it is just a reference. I must have, like in playing my Harry Potter games, wanted to have a reference of all the spells so that I could, play my games. And I kept it. This is actually an accessory that came with my Hermione Granger talking doll, and she had brushable hair and like changeable outfits. She is not in this box. I'm not exactly sure where she is. I'm not sure. Maybe one day I'll find her. But she wasn't in this box. But it was like a little thing of Birdie Bots, every flavored beans, which was cute. So this is a mirror of Erised. It has a stand on the back so that you can actually prop it up. It's a little dusty, I will say. I think I must have taken it out of my bedroom and put it in the box at some point. But it's quite nice. It has like a stand on the back there, or you can hang it as that. I think I actually might take this out and put it somewhere because it's quite special. They actually sell a large, like very large version of the Mirror of Erised at Pottery Barn now, and it's like a couple of $100. So maybe this will be like my cheap version of that. I remember at the time, I think this cost like $20 or something. I can't remember if I got this as a gift or if I saved up and bought it myself. But I remember thinking it was so very special. It is really neat. It's a little dusty though. It's in need of a clean, let's say that. Okay, this was actually a little trophy that I got when I was in elementary school. And I liked to pretend that this was my Triwizard cup, even though it was so tiny. Like, look at how little this is. But in my mind, it was a Triwizard cup. Okay, so these are kind of special. These are the robes that you saw me wear in that costume contest. So this is the little buckle. The actual robes themselves, like the actual robe, like what I'm wearing now, we either got it in Zellers or Walmart. I can't remember. It was just a really simple Gryffindor robe. It came with this Hogwarts buckle. And the rest of the outfit we made, the rest of the uniform, because you couldn't buy it at that time. They didn't sell like a Hermione costume. So, let's see. Yeah. It's just a simple black robe. And it has the little Gryffindor symbol. It's really tiny. And then we made the vest and we sewed yellow and red ribbon onto it. I remember that it seemed like such a good idea at the time to do this because it was just like what they had in the movie, but it made getting this really hard to get on because the neck was no longer stretchy. Like, this is a stretchy knit, but it was hard to get this over my head. And I would wear a white blouse underneath. And then I had my little gray skirt. So that's kind of special. This is, I think originally it was like a type of lollipop that was meant to look like one of the keys that had been bewitched. When they're trying to get the Philosopher's Stone. But I must have eaten the lollipop part and kept the little key. And it has like a holographic little Harry Potter face in here, which is kind of neat. I think there's actually another one in here somewhere. I remember having more than one. Oh, this is really neat. This is a little owl plush toy. This came out for Harry Potter, and it specifically had these two little elastic bands here. So you can either put it on your finger, like this, and you would just rest on your finger. Come on, how cute is that, right? So cute. I had a Hedwig one too, but he wasn't in the box, so I'm not exactly sure what happened to him. And these came with these little secret messages that would come rolled up in the scroll parts, and you wouldn't know what your secret message would be. So this one is like an hourglass. This one was a wand. And I can't remember if it was supposed to be, but I always liked to pretend that this was Pigwidgeon in my little game. I think this is probably one of my favorite toys that is like a vintage Harry Potter officially licensed toy and not something that I made up in my Harry Potter games. Because as a little girl, I really loved animals and stuffed animals, especially like cuddly things. There wasn't a lot of merchandise at the time that was specifically cuddly or cute. So I remember loving this so much. And it's actually in amazing mint condition, considering how much I played with it and loved it. But even as a little girl, I took quite good care of all of the things that I had. So a lot of these items are in pretty good condition. This is a Harry Potter pencil case. It's kind of got like a denim material that it's made out of. And it's got these golden stars. There's a pocket in the front. Some fluff from that owl toy. And then this is the main part. I love that it has like that vintage Harry Potter tag that they only used for the first couple of years. I remember that I used this pencil case for school, but it must have been special enough that I was like, okay, I need to save this before I ruin it. So I packed it away. This is a weird one. I don't know why I saved this. This was another lollipop. I think I must have gotten this as a gift because this wasn't the kind of thing my parents would have bought me because it's kind of useless. But it had a lollipop on the top, and you used to be able to press this button and the lollipop would spin. And apparently I thought that that was important enough to keep. So here it is. This is kind of a neat one, and it's kind of weird too. So this is like, it's set up like it's a little book, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. But then you open it, and it's not a book at all. It's actually a little figure of Hermione doing a spell. I feel like this is a non-official thing. Or maybe it was. But then you flip it over, and so you can kind of have this as a display. It's kind of weird, isn't it? You're going to notice that a lot of the things in here are Hermione. But I've already explained I loved her. This is a set of Harry Potter playing cards. And it's in a tin case. And I never played with these cards. I remember wanting them so much. But I didn't play cards. They're just regular playing cards. 54 standard playing cards. I think I probably just wanted it for the case. Because it's kind of cool looking. It is kind of a neat collector's item though, isn't it? Lots of little books. And for some reason, I also have a second set of playing cards that have also never been used. Kind of weird. I will say there's something that's not in here. I used to be really into the Harry Potter trading card game. I even played it. I didn't just collect them, I used to play it. But they're not in here. That's another thing where I'm not quite sure where those ended up. But, you know, still have the memory. This is another neat one. This was a photo frame, and I must have really liked the texture of the box. Even as a little girl, I loved packaging. And this box had a really interesting cardboard texture. I think that's why I held on to it. This is a little photo frame, and it is, I think it's supposed to be a love potion. Does it say? No. It just says potion bottle frame. How silly is that? To me, this is either a love potion or it's one of the potions from the many trials that the trio had to endure on the way to getting to the Philosopher's Stone. The potions trial was the one that Hermione solved using logic. As you can see, I never put a photo in this frame. I think my 11-year-old mind was like, no, this is a collector's item. It needs to stay in mint condition. Why was I like that? I don't understand. But, I mean, now I have this, I guess. What a weird kid. Okay, this is a statue of a snowy owl, just like Hedwig. This was not a Harry Potter item, but it was another thing that, like, I must have been in some kind of collectible store, like Green Earth or something, and thought to myself, yep, that's what I'm going to spend my babysitting money on, is this statue of a snowy owl that looks like Hedwig to me. It's quite heavy, actually. Alright, this was like a thank you card from a friend, yeah, for happy birthday, not a thank you card, but, you know, it just had Harry Potter on it, so I saved it. Let's see, and here we have kind of a neat one. The Mysteries of Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone Invisible Magic Coloring Book. And I will tell you what, this 100% came from a Scholastic book fair. I know this for a fact because I spent $5.99 Canadian because I wanted this so badly at the book fair. How good were Scholastic book fairs? Oh, I miss them. And then I colored all of them. So the point of this book is that you would use the special markers that came with the book, and you color the whole page, and the invisible image would show itself to you. But none of them like look any good when they're done. It's just, they're just green or brown or whatever color. How did I find that fun? I don't know. But I did them all. Amazing. And then I thought to myself, I need to keep this forever. Oh, here is Hermione Granger action figure. This wasn't my best one. Like I said, I had a talking Hermione Granger doll that had like brushable hair and changeable outfits. I'm not sure where she is, but I also had this one. She's quite cute too. She's made out of plastic. Oh. Okay, so this was my makeshift sword of Gryffindor. I definitely got this from the dollar store. I can guarantee it. But look at this. Oh my goodness. This is not even a sword. This is just a little dagger. But in my 11-year-old mind, this was the sword of Gryffindor. Very special. Alright, here we have a metal Harry Potter bookmark. It's a lightning bolt, and it has a little star at the end. I actually still think this is really cool. And it's a really heavy-duty bookmark, and I don't know, I feel like I could take this out and use this now. It's so special. Alright, what other goodies? Oh, this was a Harry Potter, like, daily calendar. Apparently, on Wednesday, November 19th, I abandoned it and stopped pulling off all the days. There's still 1 month that apparently was not important for me to pull them off, but kind of neat. I don't know why I saved that. And it came on this little like plastic mount that had like a leg at the back so you could prop it up. Interesting. I know I also had monthly calendars, but apparently those were not important enough for me to save. This is a birthday card. You'll love this. This is a birthday card that one of my school friends made for me that says, "Happy birthday, Ange." It has the Hogwarts symbol, an owl. They drew this for me with gel pens. I hope you can see it. It's a little faded. This is from my friend Samantha. And I held on to that because I loved it so much. These are stickers. Stickers that instead of using, I thought, you know what I should do with these? I should save them so that when I'm 27, I can look at them. No, I didn't have that actual forethought. I wish I did. Instead, I was too afraid to put these on anything because they were so very special. And now they aren't used at all. These are kind of neat. Those are some of the original illustrations for Harry Potter. And these ones are actually holiday gift stickers, like the kinds that you put on gifts. And then you put two from, you can put to me from me because getting yourself gifts rocks. But they're still in the package. Why was I like this? I've gotten a lot better as an adult, I'll have you know. Now when I have stickers, I put them on things. I've gotten over my sticker anxiety somewhat. Okay, I'm very proud of this. This was clearly cut out of was this Pepsi? No, this is a Coca-Cola, the side of a Coca-Cola box. Now, what's important for you to know is that my family did not drink pop. My parents did not buy pop. that was not something that was allowed in the house or purchased, really. So basically, Coca-Cola had this thing where you cut out this from the box, and then on Coca-Cola boxes, they'd have one of these faces, and you could cut them out. It even says, you can collect all 9 characters and paste them here. This was during the Chamber of Secrets when that movie was coming out. So I had friends, and like I think friends of my parents and stuff, they would bring me each of these little faces, and I think you can see that I scotch taped them all onto here. This is very special. I love this. I will never ever throw this away because at some point this was very important to me, and I'm so happy that I have this. This is sorry that I'm laughing so much. I am having so much fun looking at these. This is a costume outline. Why is the word not coming to me right now? What is it? You know. The pattern. Why could I not think of the word pattern? Anyway, sorry about that. This is the pattern for a wizard robe, a child's wizard robe costume. I think I had this in hopes that at one point I would make a new robe, but I never did. Okay, this is another candy-related Harry Potter item. So this was a magic wand that had candy inside. So you turn this, and then that little hole opens up, and you get the candy out. And then you turn it back, and it closes. You could see all the candy inside right here. And then this was the coolest part, right? So you have the wand, and you say a magic word. We'll say, Aloha Mora. And you flick the wand, and that comes out. A very cool Harry Potter item. So this was the wand that whatever friend who was over at my house was playing Harry Potter, we would play, and whoever was over at my house would get to use this one because I had my own wand that was made for me by a friend of the family who was a carpenter. I drew out instructions on exactly how I wanted it to look, and he made it for me. I think that you've seen it in other videos, but this was the backup wand. Whoever I was playing with got this one. There's another one of these. Those lollipops with the key. Okay, so next, this is a Harry Potter word search. I don't know why I have this. This is kind of a weird one. This is another Harry Potter frame that I did not put a picture into. I guess I just really liked the idea of a frame, and I didn't put any of my own pictures in them. This one has Snape and Harry and Hermione and Ron. You know, looking at this now, I can just tell that my childhood brain really loved illustrations and design. And I think that I just really loved the illustration on this frame. So I think I must have wanted it almost like it's a plaque or something like that, like a poster. I don't know. I'm trying to rationalize why I never put my own photos in these frames, but yeah, another mint condition item that I had to have. It even still has the SKU sticker on the glass. Why? Why didn't I put my own photo in there? So I have a lot of magazines in here. We're not gonna like go through all of them, but I had a lot of these like fan magazines for Harry Potter. Everything that I could get my hands on with Harry Potter, I just loved it. This was like about the new books that were coming out. I love to look at the pictures from the movies. I was so amazed. I liked to practice drawing from these photos. These are so goofy. Like, they even had ads for the toys that you could buy. This is essentially advertising for their own stuff. But I loved it. And then there's like other movies in here too, I think. My dog's scared. Yeah, this is advertisement for the video game. Very weird. That's one of them, but I had tons like this one here. I think this was from the movie theater. Maybe. This is from 2002. And it's just like pictures of the actors and information about the characters. Oh, we have an ad for Pokemon Forever. And Josie and the Pussycats, the movie. I think that's why I love this box so much. It's a time capsule. And I wasn't trying to make that when I put it all together. But that's what it is. So we've got that one. Harry Potter Special Collector's Edition. Get to know the stories, get to know the stars, all inside, and a whole lot more. I'm sure it's just the same information in every single one of these. This magazine's kind of beat up, but the rest of them I kept in like super good condition. The corners are not even bent. This is a McLean's issue from July 17th, 2000. And it had Harry Potter on the front, and it was about Harry Potter mania. So you know that it went into the Harry Potter box. I was like, Mom, that's mine now. Thank you very much. Another Harry Potter collectible magazine. They're just pictures of Emma Watson and Rupert Grint and Daniel Radcliffe. They're pretty much the same photos in all of these magazines. I just was so obsessed. I loved it. Stacks of magazines. I think maybe I told myself, like, one day these will be worth money. They're not worth money now. This was a Harry Potter day planner. So the outside was like, it had a suede kind of texture. And zipped up like that. And then it's all kind of, there's days, And you kind of make your own, like they weren't dated by year, you'd kind of make your own schedule. Ravenclaw with notes, to-do lists. I don't think I used this. This is more notes and Slytherin. And then Hufflepuff was like your friends' addresses and stuff. Like, yeah. You know what? I don't think I used the papers that came, but I think I bought day planner pages, and because I remember carrying this around with my school stuff all the time. But I think I felt too afraid to use the special Harry Potter paper it came with. This was like a coloring book set, a doodle bag they called them. This still has the price tag on it from Zellers. It was $4.99. Apparently, I started coloring one of these and did not finish. And the rest of them have not been colored. So that was very worth the $4.99 that I spent. Wow. I think you can tell, and this is kind of an overarching theme, as a child, I think a lot of these things were like so precious to me that I had a lot of fear about ruining them. Like these things were so special and precious that I didn't want anything to happen to them, even if it was going to lessen my enjoyment, because they were so special. And I think that that's something I'm really actively, as an adult, trying to not do anymore. I don't want to save things for a special occasion and then never use them. I want to use them, and I don't want to ever look back and feel like I never used it, you know? So now I really actively try to use something and wear, you know, my favorite special fancy outfit on just a regular day. I think that's something I've grown from as a kid. These were my very special Harry Potter treasures. I don't know if you can tell, but the bag says Harry Potter on it. And in here we have a couple different things. So the first one is, and this is a little upsetting on some level, these were all Harry Potter chocolate coins. They were like, sickles and nuts. And yeah, I think I really liked using them as pretend Harry Potter money. So I never ate the chocolates. And I'm never going to open these up because, my goodness gracious, who knows? But the patterns on them are so cool. They were just like in the movie. It was amazing. So I kept all of them because I used to like to play games. I used to like to pretend I was in the Harry Potter universe. Now this is a really cool coin. I can't remember if I got this for pre-ordering the movie on DVD or if this was for being at the midnight premiere of the first movie. I can't remember which one, but this is a Gringotts Bank galleon coin. And you may think to yourself, Ange, you used this, you played with this. But oh ho ho, there is one in here that I did not open. So this is the package it came in. It's a Gringotts coin. I also had one that I did not open that's still there in mint condition. But apparently I felt okay opening just one to play with. And these three things that are in here these are all special potions badges. So the top right here says Harry Potter. And then it has a little pin on the back that you could put it on your clothing with. And what's really cool is you can see this at the bottom. When you hold this up to the light and look through it, you can see a picture. This one is Hermione Granger on the inside. This one fell off its little dangler, I guess. It's not on there. But let's see what it is. This one is information about Gryffindor. And this one, when you hold it up to the light, is also about Hermione Granger. But I used to wear these and pretend that they were like prefix badges or head boy or head girl badges for when we were playing Hogwarts games. Isn't that cute? Back in you go. My rainy day fund, all in here. There isn't a whole lot left. These are some Harry Potter notepads that I kept. You think there's anything in here? No, but they were special. Oh, these are kind of cool. I remember when I found these in my box, I was kind of amazed. So here's an item that if you told me existed, I may not have believed you, except that I had it. These are Harry Potter Find the Rare Golden Snitch Collector Stones. That's right, collector stones. Now, you may be asking yourself, how were stones relevant to Harry Potter? The answer is that they absolutely weren't. But we bought them anyway. So inside, there's information here about all the different stones that you can collect. And the joy of these was that you didn't know which ones you were going to get. So this is just a stone that says spells. And this is a stone that says Norbert, referring to Norbert the dragon. And this is a stone that says Ravenclaw. They were just special plastic stones that said words on them. And we bought them and we paid money for them. Apparently one of the stones was the Golden Snitch stone. But this was, this was early on, like 2001. No, it says right on the back here, these came out in 2000, 18 years ago. These were the original blind box toys, So this is one of the few things that I look back on and I'm like, why did I buy that? What a waste. It's kind of a weird one, don't you think? But, yeah. Now, I'm not going to get into the details of this because it's a little bit personal, but I wanted to show you that Harry Potter was so special to me that I cut out every time it was mentioned in the newspaper in my city. I cut it out and I saved them. So there's a bunch of newspaper clippings in here of Harry Potter articles. And I also had a bunch, I think these were like from a Harry Potter a Harry Potter poster book. And I just cut them all out and saved all the pictures because they were so special. Like I said, I'm not going to show the newspaper articles because I think that's a little personal, but that's who I was, This is the last thing that I'm going to show you guys. This is something that I made. this was just a regular notebook that I scotch taped paper onto to make it into a history of magic. Now, I really liked Harry Potter. I liked Harry Potter so much that with my calligraphy pen, I wrote out all of the history of magic I could find online on the internet. This is with dial-up internet, mind you. This is all written out by hand in my childhood, 10-year-old, 11-year-old handwriting. And, I had fun. The whole book is not filled up. But when I found this, I was amazed and I was horrified by, not horrified in a bad way, but more of just like, wow, I have not changed one bit. I am still just as passionate and like loving of so many special things in my life. And I'm still the kind of person who goes big or goes home. So this is another one of those things that's so special. And like I colored it to try to make it look like an old book. Yeah, my special box. There are some things that I had that I can't find now. I don't know what ended up happening to them, if they got given away, sold in a yard sale, but I'm really happy for what I do have and what's got saved, what's pieces of my childhood. I'm going to keep this box forever. It's so special to me. Well, hopefully that was fun. I know that I had fun looking through all of these goodies. I'm sure you can see now why I wanted to share them with you. Like, they just feel very unique, and I think this gives you a little insight into, my childhood and what I loved to do, which was I loved to play imagination games, and I loved to read, and I loved to dress up, and that's kind of what I do now too. So, yeah, I love you all so much. I hope that for real, whatever you're into, follow your heart, because I really doubt that you're ever going to look back and think, oh, I wish I wasn't so into that or so happy and enjoying that. You're never going to feel like that. But if you truly love the things that you love and follow your passion, you're only going to look back on that with kindness and like feel fulfilled about it. Like, I loved that thing. I'm happy it made me so happy. Yeah. Thank you all so much for watching. I love you so much, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.